Brenna Olsen with my all-time favorite. Matt Late, and that one goes wide. Big. Well, that's a first. Bee Gees AC/DC remix here. After that goal, clean face-off win for Brendan Francis, who looks like he's going to play out of the back end as he exchanges the field stick for the Woody. I think Francis had that wooden stick. It's an all-leather Woody, no strings in it, and it is a thing of beauty. As he'll play defense with that and face off with the Tupperware, if you will. This is Hall. Bucktick. Now retired from the National Lacrosse. Also a member of that 2014 President's Cup team for the Onondaga Redhawks. An all-around good dude, Brett. Fake down to the crease. There's a chance, and Legault just stayed planted on the short side. Shooter might have out-faked himself there. He had room. And threw an extra fake really unnecessarily. Did Hank DeLille. And Legault able to make the stop. Here come the Titans. Going to work inside his board. Late in the shot clock here. I wonder how many times a team like Oakville has gone up against defenders with wooden lacrosse sticks. And if you haven't ever played against players wielding a wooden stick, it's a game changer and probably changes your mindset a little bit on the way you play offense. Something you grew up with playing against is probably not such a big deal, but when you see it for the first time, or you feel it, more importantly, for the first time, it can keep you to the outside a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. Might make you want to throw on a couple extra pads around the wrists and forearms. From the outside, Renault with a shot. I'd hit the pipe. Goes out of play with Oakville here. And they go quickly. 7:45 to go in the first period, leading 1-0 for the Titans. Shot over the top. Good stop from Miller. Ball into the corner. Nice handle. And a hard collision in behind the goal. And that was Greg Riley back there. And back on comes Rouet, the Indians offense. Francis on top, wins another draw. Always been a good face-off guy, has Brandon Francis. From the Mohawk tribe. Proud Mohawk, Brandon Francis. Welcome back inside Frank Crane Arena, lacrosse fans, as we get set for period number 2 here. On game number 2, the final day of round-robin competition here at President's Cup 2018 on Lac-Saint Stars. Streaming live every single game for free for your viewing pleasure. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jake Elliott. And don't forget, you can join the conversation via Twitter. Don't forget to give Lac-Saint Stars a follow, and myself, you can find me at PXP, the number 4 Sports. 2-1, Indians leading the Titans. As we bring you back to center floor here for the second period face-off. Blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse. Francis yanks it free, but the Titans claim the loose ball. And Oakville will have first possession. That's Jake Cook running wide, running underneath. Cook right in and put it off the post. As the ball comes right back to the Titans. This is Board. Now Lee. Up top it comes. Board one more time. Rolling to the goal. Bounce shot again. I think that caught pipe. And what do we got? Tripping call coming here to Caughnawaga. So power play here for Oakville. So unfortunately, we do not have access to complete stats here at President's Cup as far as leading scorers for their respective teams, power play, special team stats, that sort of thing, goaltender stats. What I really have access to is really move. Zach Hops, the stick across in time. You rock the senior A team. Ooh, nasty there from Bucktooth. As it got into his man. And they will push, I think that game coming up tomorrow, is try and head back of that series. Oakville Titans at the President's Cup. Hall with a long shot. Up, got past everybody, and Miller up for that one. As we hit 5 minutes in to period 2. Drum beats again here for the Indians. Bucktooth fast puts Caughnawaga for summer lacrosse here in Canada. Here comes a chance. Kick, stopping a beauty from Miller. Johnson battling for a loose ball. And he wins that battle, or does he? No, he does not. Ruiz got it. 6 minutes gone. And here come the Indians in a 3-3 tie. Ty Thompson. Hall took a stick up high, snaps the helmet back down over his face. Jake Ruiz. Swing it. One-on-one. Turning. Driving, shooting, Legault stopping. Sky Sunday trying to make it happen. Here come the Titans in transition. Feed to the crease. One more extra pass is a good one, and Miller. A better save on the short side. Now numbers back the other way. Here come the Indians in on goal. One extra pass. There's a shot. Legault with a stop. Loose ball to Caughnawaga. And they'll set up the offense here with a first 30. Bucktooth directing traffic. He'll come off the half wall with it. Bear into the middle. Bucktooth on the post up. Here comes another pick from Charlie. Into the middle, Brett. Still with it. Falling down, lost the handle. And Legault will outlet with a little pressure in his face. These two teams will make the playoffs. Where they finish seed-wise to be determined. Especially with the two upcoming games here at 4 and 7 o'clock. Bad angle. Miller the save, an easy one at that. Nanaimo and the Axemen at 4. Pioneers at 7. Dan Marshall with the call at 4 o'clock. Teddy Jenner with the call at 7. Jenner out for a round of golf right now. I hope he has lost a ton of balls, shanking it all over the place at Nanaimo Golf and Country Club. Pretty good golfer, Teddy Jenner. I hope he has a rough one out there. Long shot, easy stump. Shouldn't say easy, but making it look easy is Brandon Miller. It's because he's a better golfer than me, that's why. Ty Thompson to Hall. In behind the goal, Bucktooth. 13 on the shot clock as he surveys from Gretzky's office. Still looking for maybe the best player. There's a chance coming back here for Oakville. Right in. Miller the save on the stick. Oh, a rebound. Oh, another shot there. Are they going to call that a goal? Como put the arm up. Como says, no, my mistake. That's not a goal. Oakville complaining, saying, hey, what? You put your arms up. Is it a goal or not? And that was just a mistake from Como. The ball was never across the goal line, and he corrected himself, but he didn't do that to the Oakville bench, which he really should have. Back to my earlier point, Bucktooth from behind the goal, and I always tend to go to Gretzky's office because that's what he was so famously known for. But I've asked the question before. If you have a suggestion you'd like to fire my way, do so via Twitter at PXB for Sports. Who do you think the best lacrosse player from behind the goal was? Or is? From behind the net, who is the best player or was the best player? Send your submissions to me at PXB for Sports. For some submissions for Johnny Tavares. Curtis Dixon, pretty dangerous back there as well, but he's more of a dunker. I'm kind of talking about feeding from behind the net. Gary Gate comes to mind. Over the shoulder off the crossbar for Ty Thompson. But who's the player that really likes to get behind the net and set up back there and make things happen? So I'd like to rename it from Gretzky's office to whoever that player may be. It's kind of where I'm going with that. Thompson with a bounce shot wide. And Souvenir in the crowd. Grab that loose ball. That's worth a bag of candy down there. A couple of fans down there don't know where the ball is. Chance in the crease. Miller the stop. Indians ball. Somebody just picked it up. Walked down this. They knew where it was the whole time, and they're off to the concession for a bag of candy. Across the halfway mark of the game and period here in number 2. And nothing decided here between the Titans and Indians. 3-3. Here's Hall on the drive. Double teamed. Tried to go through the legs with it. Ball picked up with 5 on the shot clock. Another chance there for Bear. And what do we got? Penalty call coming, a holding violation. Will go against Oakville. Come on, people, from Oakville, from Caughnawaga, get at me. Don't be shy. Best player in lacrosse, present or past, from behind the net. Power play here for the Indians. Trying to force one in front to Rouet. He says give it to Bucktooth. He'll work to the point. Here's Jake Rouet. Hard feet across inside. Thompson dropped it. Good ball movement, but couldn't finish it off. And here comes Oakville on a breakaway, potentially. They'll shoot it. Miller will stop it. Big rebound, and it got past. Board there, who was waiting in front of the net for a rebound. There's Thompson off the bench. Rouet will wait for Bucktooth. They'll set it up for Thompson. Here's Rouet, open, looking, skipping, quick stick. Good stop from Legault. He's looking up floor here. And fires a nice pass. Close to a back over violation there, but good footwork from Gillis to avoid that. 45 seconds left to kill off. As Michael Mays has it. Here comes the double. Yeoman's work down the corner there. Much to the delight of the Oakville bench. I think that was number 15, Michael Mays down there doing the work. Penalty time just about over. Here's Bucktooth, and that went off a stick. Thompson's got it as we're back to 5-on-5. Here's Bucktooth again, and Legault. A glove stop this time. And no interference called here on Jimmy McMahon. There's my guy coming in from down the Malahat. There's Ty Thompson in front of the goal. A couple suggestions coming in. Chris Gill, who did spend a lot of time below the goal line. Josh Sanderson, another submission. I like that one as well. For the assist man, aptly named Shooter. Don't ask me why. That came from his dad. Sanderson, one of the best passers in the game ever, and his nickname was Shooter. Shot, speaking of Shooter, Ty Thompson pulling the trigger. Appreciate that coming in. And if you need a car, go check out the #1 car dealership in Victoria. My man, Freddie Jenner at Jenner Chevolds. I know he's got some other brand names at that dealership as well. Jeep, I think, in there. As they try and get a free Corvette out of Freddie. Here comes a breakaway chance from Oakville. Stop from Brendan Miller. And a loose ball and a good shoulder-to-shoulder check. Oh, man, that is a terrible call from Cam Combo right there. That was just a good shoulder-to-shoulder on a loose ball from Zach Hobbs, and he'll give possession to the Titans. Any other suggestions, send them my way. Otherwise, I'm going to have to pick one of those two suggestions between Gill and Sanderson, I think. There's a sidearm, and Miller never moved. It did hit him. And a loose ball to the Indians over the shoulder. Bucktooth with it. One more up ahead. No. Bucktooth says, let's slow it down here and work at 30. DeLille sizing up his man. He'll fake it. Now he'll take it, and Legault will stop it. And Oakville gets possession. Quick moving second period here, just over 5 minutes to go in it. And it is a tight one here in game number 2 on Friday, 3-3. Through 35 minutes of play. Shot stopped there by Miller, and that one goes off the leg pad and out of play. I think I'm leaning towards Sanderson more than Gill right now, just because I think Sanderson's office sounds better than Gill's office for some reason. Man in the crease. Como will blow play down, and he's going to give Oakville the ball. And back underway we go here with a fresh 30 for the Titans. Board off the leg pad of Miller once again. Blakely into the middle, got a step, got a shot, missed the goal on the short, gets his own rebound. Somebody was taking off the top. Here's a good face dodge. Oh, Miller stretching out on the glove side to keep another one out of the goal. Oakville pressing here, trying to get the lead heading into the break. This is Board. Loads. Fired it wide again. And we got a penalty call coming. High sticking will be the call. It's going to go to Caughnawaga. Just trying to pick up the number down there. It's number 5 for the Indians. That's Jamie McCumber. Nobody answered me that either. Is it McComber or is it McCumber? I thought it was McComber. But I could be wrong. Let me know. PXP for Sports. Power play here for Oakville. Johnson, skip, feed, across back door, wide open, in it goes. Beautiful play. And they're saying McCumber on the PA, so I'm going to go with that for now until somebody says otherwise. Yeah, beautiful setup from Eddie Renault across the crease for the tuck-in from Cree Blakely. And that puts Oakville in front by 1 on the man advantage. (4-3) now with 3:49 to go here in the second. Nanaimo and Capital Region come up next here from Frank Crane Arena at 4 o'clock. Live, free of charge, right here on Lax All-Stars. St. Albert and Ladner will finish off the round robin portion of this tournament here at 7 o'clock. Jacob Rouet, skip feed. Thompson will peel in the corner, feed it high. Here's Bucktooth and can't beat Legault through the 5-hole. As Oakville comes up with a stop, and they got possession here with the 1-goal lead. Weaving, shooting, stopping is Miller. It's quite refreshing, I must say, to have a female. I don't know why I'm making note of this, but I am. It's a female public address announcer here for this contest and a few games here throughout the week, and she's done a fine job of it. It's not something you ever really hear. More and more women are getting into the broadcast industry as sideline reporters and game hosts, and even a couple of play-by-play announcers now. Doris Burke comes to mind, but you don't hear too many female public address announcers, and it's been quite refreshing and nice to hear here at President's Cup. Women getting into the action. I like it. Rouet to Hall. Give it back to Jake. Here's the Rooster. He wants to go one-on-one with a swim move. Switches hands. Lowers in. 2 on the shot clock, and the Indians will run out of time. Late stages here of period 2. Shot coming, and Miller right on it. Ball loose, tucking inside. Stick save for B-Mill. Indian ball. And maybe a possession each here to finish off the second frame. Rouet double teamed. Somebody's open. Who is it? Still Rouet. The shoot off the pad of Legault. Takes a friendly Oakville bounce out to center. They're off the bench quickly, but so are the Indians on defense as we go into the final minute of the second stanza. Jake Cook looking. He's got Lee. Oh, he shot it right off the crossbar on the corkscrew. Beautiful release there from Matt Lee. Beat the goaltender, but not the red iron. And now Oakville heads up play here. Just going to let time run down as far as they can before playing the ball. Yeah, it's about a 5-second differential between game clock and shot clock. So if nothing else, they don't want to leave Caughnawaga with any sort of time for a late goal in this period. Quick, oh, Brandon Miller with the stop of the game so far as he went post to post and back again. The veteran still getting it done in between the pipes. Here's a chance in front. Down is Miller with a patty stacker. Now he's going to go for the empty net, and he's going to run out of time. How about Brandon Miller late in this period? 40 minutes are down and 20 minutes to go here. From President's Cup in Nanaimo on Lax, Ulsters will have the third period for you in 10 minutes time. Oakville lead the Indians 4-3. We're back in 10.
Welcome to Nanaimo, the gateway to Vancouver Island. Located on the rich waters of the Salish Sea, backdropped by thick, temperate rainforest with their rolling hills and the rugged mountains in the distance, Nanaimo was the first home to the local Nanaimo First Nations people. For centuries they lived here in connection with the land. And in many ways, this close tie to the wilderness of Vancouver Island resonates today. In the 1850s, the Hudson Bay Company set up a trading post in the region here in Nanaimo. Today, that trading post still stands with the HBC Bastion, standing guard over the waters of the harbor here in Nanaimo. For many decades afterwards, Nanaimo flourished as a coal mining town. Much of this early history is on display at the Nanaimo Museum. Today, Nanaimo is a bustling and modern urban center on the edge of natural wonder. Experience Nanaimo's supernatural wilderness and find yourself again.
Nanaimo allows me to do my passions through accessibility. Just the way that it's laid out, within 10 or 15 minutes, I can basically be from my house and doing something that I am truly passionate about. For me, it's about connection. I know a lot of people go to nature to disconnect from the world, but for me, it's about feeling like I'm part of something bigger. I feel it helps me connect to other people with similar interests and passions. Nanaimo has a little bit of something for everybody, and I think it does that little bit of everything really well. It's a place where you can discover passions that you didn't even know you had.
It gives you city life and gives you wilderness life all at the same time. It has both fresh water and salt water with easy access. You don't have to travel more than 10 to 15 minutes to be on a body of water, no matter where you live. You can either be out on the ocean fishing in 15-20 minutes, or you can be on Long Lake like we are today, enjoying some trout and bass fishing.
With diving around this area, Nanaimo or British Columbia in general, it's actually rated in the top in the world. Part of the reason that we have so much life here is the colder water with lots of nutrients in the water. One of our very popular activities we do is snorkeling with seals, and certain times of year when we get the sea lions coming by us, 2,000-pound sea lion coming right up to you a few inches away from you, just amazing. You think you're swimming along great in the water and this thing comes and does a somersault in front of you and just takes off. And you realize how small in the ocean you actually are.
The best part about owning a tour company is getting to show everyone the reasons why we live here in Nanaimo. I love the culture and natural wonders here in Nanaimo, and I love being able to see it for the first time every day through the eyes of our guests. Yeah, Nanaimo really is in the center of everything.
I'm really passionate about regenerative agriculture because that's what farming is all about. Some of the most exciting things for me in Nanaimo are the harvest, when there's all this abundance and we're able to take our food and set it out into the community. And when we go out for dinner sometimes, we get to see our food being served to us and served to our community, and there's a lot of excitement around that. At the markets we sell at in Nanaimo, there are over 200 vendors who participate, and you can do your full spectrum of shopping at these markets. And so you're invited to come to the market.
Currently, right now, we're concentrated on sourcing all our ingredients from mid-Vancouver Island. We like to utilize what we can get from local farmers. Breweries, wineries, and distilleries in Nanaimo have really exploded in the last few years. We've got a couple great wineries. Just down the road from us at the Longwood, we've got a distillery that makes some world-class gin, vodka, and even absinthe, which is pretty rare these days. We've got 3 breweries in town, 1 brew pub. You can really occupy a lot of your time traveling from one drink establishment to another. We've got pretty much everything here.
Well, we're sitting here at Piper's Lagoon, which is one of these little hidden gems that a lot of people don't know about, but I'm often known as the Big Cheese, and I coined the name the Big Cheese not long after I started the store. There's a pretty good variety of establishments in Nanaimo now. There's some really excellent places to eat now in Nanaimo which are doing quite nicely. We have shopping, we have all the well-known brands, but we also have a cute little downtown area with lots of independent businesses. Well, I think the location makes it very special. The abundance of parks and activities and outdoor fresh air things, and everyone who moves here from somewhere else comments on how welcoming the people are. And I think that's one thing that makes Nanaimo very special, is the welcoming and the amount of stuff there is to do.
With its dramatic and diverse landscapes, including forests like this, Nanaimo offers so much. Impressive coastlines? Yeah, we got that. Rolling hills? Rugged mountains? Yeah, we got that too.
I'm more of a country mouse than a city mouse, and Nanaimo, the city, has enough of what I need, but just the natural beauty of it. I can feel it in the pores of my skin, I can feel it in my lungs when I breathe the air. There's just something, when I get out here and I just see trees and blue skies, it makes me happy. Yeah, my big thing every year is to go down to Nanaimo River and jump in, because the river feels like it's a healer. That beautiful fresh water and the trees around it, it cures whatever ails you, and there's nothing like it to me in the world. I've really been encouraged, especially in the last 10 years or so, that Nanaimo is recognizing the art scene a lot more and celebrating that, and there's some fantastic festivals that happen every year, and I've been lucky to be involved in a lot of those because I do live here.
Some of my passions are getting out to nature, so going for hikes to places like Ammonite Falls or Neck Point. We have one of the first wineries in Vancouver Island. We have one of the oldest brew pubs. We have a bunch of craft distilleries. I like to use Nanaimo as a base for my expeditions because it has a little something for everyone. If people want to stay in a hostel, they can. If they want to stay in a nice 4-star hotel, they can. And most people love the different variety of accommodations we have.
What surprises visitors in Nanaimo is the abundance of wildlife and the immense natural beauty. I like to go explore all the different islands because they have trails and glorious forests to see, but they all have these little bays and secret little gems. And so if you're into exploring, you get a lot out of it. My absolute favorite place in Nanaimo is Newcastle Island, or as the Nanaimo First Nations call it, Sesuchin.
Nature is a big part of it, because when you can carve something for the longhouse, which is in our traditional dances and things, my dad will bring me up the mountain, talk to the trees, talk to the water, thank them, and just stay up there. Sometimes it's 4 days you stay there and bath, cleanse yourself, get your mind straight so there's no doubt or meanness in your mind. So just pure things go into the thing that you're carving for the longhouse.
In Nanaimo, culture is alive and well with rich history, strong arts community, great food, craft beer, renowned wine and spirits, as well as exciting and unique festivals and events. All of this comes hand in hand with breathtaking backdrop that is Nanaimo's outdoors. From lakes and rivers to ocean and mountain vistas, all of this providing you with ample opportunity to craft your own adventure. There's so much more I'd love to share, but why don't you come experience this for yourself? Whether by car, boat, or plane, come visit Nanaimo, and you'll discover why it's the gateway to your Vancouver Island experience.
All right, lacrosse fans, welcome back inside Frank Creighton Arena here in Nanaimo, Columbia, in the country of Canada. Welcome back to center floor. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. And a bit of a stalemate to start the third, and Francis finally yanks the ball free. It's a one-goal lead here for the Oakville Titans. As we begin third period action. 2 more games to come up here on the final day of the round robin. And coming up next, it's the Capital Region Axemen. We'll take on the BC champ and host Nanaimo Timbermen. 4 o'clock start for that one, and then at 7, the 2-time defending champion St. Albert Miners. We'll take on the 2007 champs, I want to say, Ladner Pioneers. Have to get back into my almanac of President's Cup winners and check my facts. I probably shouldn't just be throwing numbers out like that. Ladner Pioneers will take on the Miners at 7 o'clock. Thanks for joining us here on Lex All-Stars for this one. Yeah, it's just 1 on the shot clock, and Oakville will dump deep. Shot and a save from Legault as Bear tried to go around the bear. That'll take some doing to get around that frame. We got 2 minutes gone here in the third. A turnover there on Oakville. Zach Hops, he's going to get a breakaway. In comes Hops, and he's stopped by Legault, who stopped it. I'm not sure he saved it. He just kind of stood there, and Hops put it off him. Now Oakville with the 1-goal lead. Trying to bounce back from that overtime loss last night at the hands of the team-in. Good backdoor feed there. Miller got tripped up by his own teammate. As the ball goes all the way down the floor, and the Indians will have to play some more defense here. Into the middle, the captain. It's Board who wears the C here for the Titans. Renault, Johnson shoots off the pad of Miller. As they have not announced the shots on goal here for these two teams. But I would venture to say Brendan Miller has been the busier of the two in this contest. Renault with another long drive, and Miller squeezing the legs together to keep that one out. Hall comes back on here for Caughnawaga. Rouen will swing it. McNulty. That's inside Hull, turning. Tried to shoot, lost the handle. And shot clock expires on the Indians. Here comes Lee. Dart low underneath. Miller the stump on the short side. Good take to the rack there from Kevin Dong. Quick first step. Here's a chance. Scores! Jordan Gillis on the finish. And it's a 2-goal lead for the Titans. Be interested to see how the crowd is here for the 4 o'clock face-off for the hometown team. And absolutely awesome crowd last night here for the late game for the host team in that overtime win over Oakville. And now their team in the playoffs, which is huge. And not that you want to play favorites or anything, but super important for the host team, Nanaimo, to make the playoff round. Just pair with a whirling dervish. Just for the good of the tournament and good of the hosts, in order for them to hopefully break even and even make some money here as the host team. You want the crowd engaged, and finishing in the bottom 4 would not have helped that cause. So Nanaimo will play for a medal, whether it's gold, silver, or bronze, yet to be determined. But either way, they will play for a medal of some color. There's a lengthy discussion here between between Como and Miller on the back end violation. This coming as we get a wipe of the floor here with 14:46 to go, and it's a 2-goal Titan lead. Shot there. Miller can't get enough of it. It's in the net. Off the quick restart. Andy Renault, big goal there for Oakville. And now the Indians come up with a face-off here in the stick of Jake Rouet. Turnover. Chance. Titans put it wide. Good dash there from Cook, but missed the goal. Here's Hall. Oh, we have the top corner labeled and just sailed it over the crossbar. Now Legault making, tell you what, Jesse Legault just allowing 3 goals here through 2 periods, almost 2.5 periods. Wendy's been the guy for the Titans, but Legault has come in and really played well. And it's not an overly flashy looking goaltender by any means, but is getting the job done here against the Indians. Lee handcuffed his intended recipient there. It's the shot clock expires. And now Caughnawaga need to get going here. Down 3 in this third period. Ty Thompson will go to work. Spinning. 3 on the shot clock. And this possession gonna fall by the wayside as just couldn't get one towards the net. Renault looking into the middle. Good stop there from Miller. And good run out of the zone. And we'll get the Indian offense set up. After Sault Regis gun it out. Here's a chance. DeLille denied, but a penalty call coming to Oakville. Here's Rouet on a skip feed. Thompson, Rouet open, faking. Again passes off. Look up, here comes a breakaway chance for the Titans. It's Smith, and it's Miller denying. From the point, Rouet right on, and Legault takes that one in the shoulder. Up top, over the shoulder, Jake Rouet inside, bounce shot. Out of play. And it's a double minor for a check on the back. That ends up going to Mancini. And now we got a timeout down on the floor. This coming with 10:35 to go here in the third, as we need a wipe in the crease of Brandon Miller. Wipe done. Indians down 3. but do have the 5-on-4 here and can get 2 on the double minor. Get themselves right back in the game with a couple of power play goals. Bucktooth. There's one. And it's 6-4. Much needed goal there for Caughnawaga. And when you got Brandon Francis in the faceoff dot, good chance you're going to come up with possession as well. As he lines everybody up where he wants them, 2 deep, 1 offense, and 1 on the defensive side. And Trevor Smith, another one of those former Orangeville Junior Northman players. Played the Minto Cup in 2016, if I have my facts straight. Ten minutes to go here in the 1 o'clock game. Thompson, DeLille, Ty Thompson, Bucktooth, Jake Rouet, Thompson shoots. Oh, he had Legault leaning. Good stop from the Oakville goaltender, though. Keeps it a 2-goal lead. Brett Bucktooth, and again Legault down low to make the save. Ball into the air. Smith with it. Gets away from one, gets away. Oh, goes down hard and lost the ball. 1:10 to go in the double minor now. Came down to 2 minutes after that Bucktooth goal. Here's Rouet. Jake Rouet will shoot and missed it. Legault's got it in his crease. Got to get across center in 10 seconds or less. Oakville very close to a violation. Miller a stop down low. But the Titans electing to go to goal quickly and will give the ball right back here to Onondaga. Excuse me. Not Onondaga. Caughnawaga. Thompson running through the middle. Bucktooth shooting low. Legault looking behind him. Ball in behind the net now. Brought back into the Oakville crease. Got away with that. Did Jamal Shears. And he's got it into the offensive zone. Penalty over. Titans will hang on to a 2-goal lead as the Indians get 1 on that double minor. But they still trail by 2. Good talk on defense there from Hops. Down the wall. Good stiff cross check and then a chop to go along with it. And Mancini slow to get up after taking a 2-hander across the chest. As now, Gillis lost a glove on the play. And here come the Indians. Down 2. Hidden ball trick. It's with Hall. Legault doesn't know where it is. Hall's got it. Now he picks it up. Man, they had him. Now Rouet shakes off a chip. Bounce pass near side. There's Hall shooting just wide, and this one look out in the crowd. Ends up in row 5. And another free bag of candy for a youngster over there. Just over 7 to play. Shot, Miller stops. Loose ball. And now Lee buried along the boards, and it's going to be Indian possession. Both players slow to get up here. And the referee will say my time here. As I just marvel at that stick of Brandon Francis. It is just beautiful to look at. Just pristine. Maybe the nicest wooden stick I've ever seen. The Indians with the ball down 2. Here's Ty Thompson, and stick save for Jesse Legault. And then an interference call here on Oakville will give Caughnawaga a fresh 30. Into the middle. Signer, Legault, shoulder stomp. Picked up by Smith. Good lead feed here to Shears. Right in on goal. Scores. That's a dagger. The Titans make it 7-4. Another transition goal for the Titans. And they've been running well here in this one. And they make the Indians pay on the breakaway. My man, Jordan Sunder, chiming in. I like Tavares, too. He was so good at so many other things. There's another shot and a goal. And it's starting to slip away from the Indians now. There's that shot coming from the captain. Gage Board making it 8-4. I like the Tavares selection because I think ultimately he was the man, but he was so good at so many other things, I have a hard time designating him into that spot. I think we're going to get a goaltending change here for Oakville, and I have no idea why. With 6 minutes to go, why you would pull Jesse Legault right now? Maybe just to get your other goalie some action, but it seems like a very odd time to make a switch like that. But the change is being made. And it's Dylan Sprintz coming into the game, the third goaltender here for Oakville. But an impressive performance for one Jesse Legault, who takes off the uppers with 6 minutes to go here. As Wendy, not even dressed for this one, who is Oakville's #1 guy. And Oakville will get the ball here after some hard work on the Lucy. Spretz kind of stretch out here a little bit. Has been standing and watching. Tough spot for a goaltender to come in here late in the third period, but does have a 4-goal cushion. There comes another chance. That went off the boards into the middle. Indians with it. Here's Hall faking. Hall driving over the shoulder. Pass didn't connect. Smith on the intercept. There goes the Oakville goaltender to the bench on a delayed call as Como with the arm up now. So after starting the tournament here for Caughnawaga, they went out to that 5-0 start, but lost yesterday to the Capital Region Axemen. Look like they're heading for their second straight loss here at the hands of the Oakville Titans. And not exactly the way you want to head into playoffs on Saturday, medal rounds Sunday. They will make the playoffs, but heading the wrong direction while they head into the playoffs. Oakville coming off an overtime loss. And there's There's an interception from Hops. Francis just going to lean on his stick down the defensive end here. Yes. Creed Blakely will stay up there with him, and there's having a friendly conversation. Bounce shot and a stop from Sprints and a crease violation. As we got 4 minutes to play here from Frank Crane Arena. We'll set up the horseshoe. Johnson at the point. Around the horn it goes. Quick rotation here from the Indian defense. Johnson backs away, skips it down to the crease. Blakely, give it off. Here's Johnson. Sub shot wide, and this one will go out of play and back onto the playing surface here and be Caughnawaga ball. No, if they're going to do it, they're going to have to get a shorty here. Bucktooth will take one. Didn't miss by much and pounces on the loose ball. You can just not really afford, if you're the Indians here, to just let time tick away. I know you're shorthanded, but you're down 4 here and 3 minutes to go. Double team, and Bucktooth lost it. Maybe a little guilty of trying to do too much there for Brett. But the penalty time is now over. We're back to 5-on-5. It's a 4-goal lead for Oakville with 2.5 minutes to play. Picked off. Look out from the blind side. Shane Francis will give it up. Zach Hops, feet in front. Ty Thompson can't beat sprints. Yeah, that might be Oakville's deepest position here, is at the goaltender spot. Well, 3 goaltenders. I know it's limited action here for sprints, but I've seen Wendy in first-hand action, and he has looked good. And property of the Georgia Swarm, Jesse Legault with a fine performance here through 2 3/4 periods. And now sprints into the game and has yet to allow one. .90 seconds to go. Dan Marshall, Jim Kipp come up next. 4 o'clock face-off for Capital Region Axman and Nanaimo Timberman. And then Ted Jenner will have the 7 o'clock call for St. Albert and Ladner. As the 3 of us will work out the details on how we are going to delegate the remaining games here on Saturday and Sunday between the 3 of us. I know Dan Marshall will have some calls on TV side. And myself and Teddy Jenner will focus our attention here on Lax All-Stars as we're in the final minute. Either way, we'll have every single game for you live and free of charge right here on the home of the President's Cup Lax All-Stars. Stay tuned and keep it locked right here. Why wouldn't you? As the big games come up tomorrow and Sunday, but lots to be decided in the final 2 matchups as well on where the top 4 teams will finish seeding-wise and who is going to play who on those Saturday matchups. One more final possession to go. Oakville ball. 19 seconds to play. Titans are going to win this one. And a nice bounce-back game after an overtime loss at the hands of the Timbermen. As Oakville will go 5-2 through the round robin. As will the Caughnawaga Indians. Buzzer sounds, and that will do it. As we'll get you the Epic Lacrosse Extreme Threads players of the game before we get you on your way as well. And that wraps up action for me today. As I mentioned, I can hear people clapping for some reason. I will be back tomorrow and Sunday. Just not sure which games I'll be doing quite yet. As soon as I know, I will let you know. What I do know is that Dan Marshall and Jim Kipp will come up next at 4 o'clock for the Timbermen and the Axemen. Not sure who's choosing the stars here in this one. Let's go with Legault and Brett Bucktooth. The goaltender for Oakville, Brett Bucktooth for the Indians. Can we do that? So apparently I'm picking the game stars. And I have picked Jesse Legault for Oakville and one Brett Bucktooth for the Indians. Here we go. Epic Lacrosse Extreme Threads player of the game.
Number 6, Brett Bucktooth. And for Oakville Titans, the goaltender, Jesse Legault.
All right, there you go. Final 8-4 Oakville over Caughnawaga. Timbermen, Axemen coming up next right here on Lex All-Stars. Keep it locked right here in the home of the President's Cup. And we'll talk to you at 4 o'clock here from Frank Grant Arena in Nanaimo. For our entire production crew here at Lex All-Stars, I've been Jake Kelly for the fastest game on 2 feet. And for the creator, talk to you later.
Thank you.